Do you want to live a long life in good health? Are you sure you want to live a long life in good health? If you want, please kindly avoid these five kind of friends that I will mention now. Having a jealous friend around you is too dangerous. They are seeing you as a competition, while you are seeing them as a friend or a family. Avoid this kind of five friends that I will mention now. Number one, do you see that friend that normally befriend your enemies? Whenever you have problem with someone, you see her or him there. He or she normally like to cruise around with all your enemies. My dear, run away from him or her. Him or her will be the one to collect poison from your enemy, and they poison you. That kind of person is not worthy to call your friend. If you care to live longer, number two, you see that your friend that always like to bring another person's problem for discussion, that always like to gossip about some people matter. Her own or his own will be behind though. He or she will leave her own or his own and be talking about another person's own. My dear, avoid him or her. If you turn your back, him or her will do the same. They will carry your own matter again all over the places, even the one you did and the one you did not do. Him or her will be saying it in order to gain people's love. Run away from him or her. Him or her is not worthy at all to be your friend. Number three, you see that your friend that always like to visit you whenever you are crying or you are mourning. But when good things comes your way, you will not see him or her. If you ask him or her, he or she will be giving you excuses upon excuses. But when you get problem, you will see him or her telling you, please, hey, hold it, this is God's wish. My dear, run. If you look into some of the problem that you used to have, him or her may contributed like 65% in that problem because of envy and the jealousy. Him or her always like to see you crying. They don't want your happiness. But whenever he or she sees you crying, she or he will be happy. that you are crying. But you see him or her as your friend. Oh. How you take him or her, he or her did not take you like that. Just mellow down and watch them one by one. If you want to know, you will know. If you don't want to know, then that one concern you. Avoid that kind of person. Number 4, you see that your friend that always like to borrow. She or he would like to borrow shoe from you. Borrow money. Borrow handbags. Borrow shoe. Cube. Everything borrowable. He or she would like to borrow it. My dear, run. Because ever since you know him or her, you have never benefited even pain from him or her. He or her wants to look like you. Him or her wants to act like you. Forgotten that destiny differs. If you are not careful, him or her will delete you out of his or her way because of greed and the envy. Stay away from that person because he or her wants to compete with you. That competition goes with greedy because you don't have to take what you know that you can never afford. It's greedy. Run away from those friends. Lastly, 5. You see that your friend that you always like to discuss your business with. Whenever you see one business, you have to tell him or her, see, oh, this kind of business just came out. Oh, please, I don't know how it will look like. Then he or she has to discourage you by telling you how bad that business is or was. By doing everything to make sure that you did not purchase or do that business. You see Mr. Okay, he do it, but nothing comes out of it. Did you see Miss Evelyn? She has done it, but no profit inside. But at your back, you will see him or her run. Go and do that same business that he or she discourages you. My dear, run is envy and the jealousy. That kind of person, you can never parade him or her out. That wickedness and jealousy runs through their veins. You can never do anything about it. Avoid them totally. They are not good for you. You see this phone? Let this phone be your best friend. Let this phone be everything. You don't need them as a friend. This phone will never compete with you. This phone can never be jealous of you. This phone can never make your enemy friend. It's only you and this phone. Avoid them if you want to live long, in good health. Some of them may not like to kill you, but they will put you in a condition that will be better than death. They would like to see you sick, suffer, cold death, and the death will never come. This will be their wish for you. If you want to live long in good health, avoid these 5 types of friends. They are not good for you. They don't want your happiness. They never take you as you took them. They never love you a bit. You can never change that thing from them. This is all I have to tell you this morning. Ella, you like to talk all the time. Why? Oh, sorry. Bye bye. I am going out. Have a blessed day.